useless!
What's going on, guys? You're chilling with Trainer Zabza, and today I have got a 3rd generation Little Cup battle for you. That's right, you've seen the 1st generation team, you've seen the 2nd generation team, now it's the 3rd generation team. Now, just to give a quick overview, this team comprises of a Surskit, which is sticky web support, which, as you can see, this team does need it. A Gulpin, which is going to be my standard knockoff check or counter. A Leap, my specially defensive wall to tank hits for days. A Baltoy, which, since I've got Leap, I figured, you know what, might as well make it physically defensive, why not? It's got a better special attack pool anyway, so I could probably capitalize off that, considering most physical attackers don't have the best of special defense, with obvious few exceptions. A Speed Boost Mixed Carvana, which the set is a little bit funky. I'll show you more about it in the battle, but just trust me, for now it does work. And finally, Specially Offensive Nummel with Flame Charge. Yeah, you may be wondering how that works. It's simple. No, really, simple. But enough of that, let's go over my opponent's team. My opponent's team actually comprises of most Pokemon that were given away during my Little Cup giveaway, except I don't remember giving out too many Scraggies, which makes me believe that he's substituted some of these Pokemon out for his own Pokemon, which is going to be really cool to face, because I know some of the sets, but I won't know all of them. But obvious threats are definitely going to be Scraggy, because that thing is going to hit hard, and I can't let it set up any Dragon Dances if it's that set. Cincino, however you want to say it, is probably going to be a threat thanks to Skill Link, but it doesn't get a whole lot of moves it can use Skill Link with as Cincino, or Cincino. I can't say its name. Leave me alone. It doesn't have a whole lot of moves it can take advantage with Skill Link, so it could be Technician. That's always a possibility. And finally, I'm probably going to have to worry about that Flabebe. I know it sounds weird, and it feels weird saying that, but most of my team is specially offensive, so that means a specially defensive wall is going to be a problem. But that's it for the team preview. Let's get to the battle. So before we actually get into the battle, I just want to give you guys a heads up that I am recording from a different place than usual, so my audio may sound a little different. So, starting off, he's going to lead off with the Scraggy. I'm not sure why, but you'll see here in a minute. And I lead off with my Surskit to get up the Sticky Web. Now here he's going to go for the Fake Out. That confused the hell out of me, because I've never seen Scraggy with Fake Out. I mean, if I knew that coming, I would have just gone for Protect, because this Surskit is actually a Focus Sash set with Protect, so that way Fake Out users aren't going to be an issue. But seeing this, he's just going to switch into his Skrelp as I go into my Baltoy. He goes for the Thunderbolt, does not work on Baltoy, and I'm going to go for the Earth Power to get off a massive hit. However, he does have Berry Juice, so that is unfortunate. And I'm guessing he switched the item because both the Skrelps that I gave him had Violite as an item, so I guess that's a creative use. I always enjoy battling sets that are different. So here I'm just gonna leave in my Dreidel for fodder because, well, I really don't know why I did. Because he still has that Driller, which means he can still set up rocks. And I just lost my Rapid Spinner, which is a bad move. So he's gonna withdraw his Duskull as I go into my Carvana. And now's a good time to explain more of this set. I go for Crunch. Actually, now's not a good time because I'm just immediately going to switch out, so there's really no point. It is a Speed Boost set with 19 HP for Life Orb, but there's something different, and I'll get into that. So, I'm going to go into my Necessity, my Gulpin, and I call it Necessity because Knockoff is pretty much overrunning the tier now, so I need this Pokemon with Sticky Hold. And he's going to bring in his Drillbur, which is not going to take very much damage at all from Gunk Shot. It takes a bit, but not enough for it to be any kind of significant difference. And I'm going to pull back, go into my Surskit again, just in case. I mean, it was good. Surskit would be good fodder in this case, considering I've already got my Sticky Web. And from what I can see of his team, he doesn't have a way to get rid of it. And I can just go for a Hydro Pump, but he breaks in Skrelp. And judging from that damage, he might be the physically defensive. No, I can't say physically defensive because, again, he does not have the Violite, so he does not have his boosted defenses. So I can't make that judgment. But he's going to go for the Thunderbolt on my Surskit, and then I switch out into my Little Leap to tank the hit. And I'm free to just go for Thunderbolts, or not Thunderbolts, Giga Drains, that's what he just did, if I want to. And his Duskull does not appreciate that. But knowing that I do not want to take a Will-O-Wisp because I don't appreciate, Little Leap doesn't appreciate the residual damage, I'm going to go into my lovely Lump, my Nummel, as he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, as I thought. And then the Shadow Sneak, question mark? I don't know why he did that. You're going to see why in a sec. As I go for the Fire Blast with my Nummel, and he's going to go for the Pain Split now. I guess he just did that to, you know, I don't know. The lower he gets my HP, the lower he gets back with Pain Split, so I'm not sure why he did that. But I'm going to go for another Fire Blast, and from this range, it looks like it's actually going to be able to two-shot the Flabébé. But I missed the second Fire Blast, which means he's going to be able to get off a Protect. And next turn, I'm just going to go for the Earth Power, because I want to conserve my Fire Blast PP, and I know he's just going to Protect anyway, so there was really no point. And knowing that that's probably not the two-shot's probably not going to happen again, I'm going to go for the Earth Power, try and get the Special Defense drop, but he goes for the Moon Blast, gets the Special Attack drop, and because of Simple, which is now working against me, I have to switch out because I'm not going to get my HP back. Or not my HP back, I'm not going to get my any damage off because instead of a lower raise, it's a sharp, instead of just lowering my special attack, it sharply reduces my special attack. And here, I'm going to go into Gulpin, double out into Surskit as I predict his switch into Drillbur again, and I want to get rid of this thing because it's a major annoyance to my Gulpin. Now, I could have gotten back some HP with Gulpin just by going for Giga Drain there, but I would have had to switch out into Surskit anyway, so there was really no point. So he brings in his Skrelp, as I just go for a Hydro Pump and it misses, but against Skrelp, no big deal. And I'm going to pull back into my Houseplant, as he's going to go for the Sludge Wave, and it's going to do some damage. I mean, thanks to my Rock typing, I'm not going to take the hit super effectively, but I still don't appreciate the damage. So, on his predicted switch, I'm going to go for the Giga Drain, just to see if I can try and knock it out. But, I knew he'd try and conserve it, and with his Duskull, he's going to go for the Pain Split, which is fairly annoying, but I can just go for Ancient Powers, Giga Drains, try and get it down to, whittle it down to HP that a Giga Drain will knock it out. But he just decides to switch out into Flabébé now. I'm not sure why. I guess Special Wall to deal with Special Wall. But the difference between us two is I have immediate recovery as he has to Wish Protect. So I keep going for these Ancient Powers just to try and get off the stat boosts if possible. As he brings in his Scraggy, and this is not looking good for me because I have to switch out here. I cannot stay in on a Scraggy. And Giga Drain isn't going to do too much, and he's going to get his HP back with Wish. So, no point in staying in. I have to switch out. I need this little leap for this battle. I'm going to switch out, go into my Necessity, my Gulpin, and there's not a lot I can do to it. And you're going to see what I mean here, because he goes for Fake Out. And as I go for Giga Drain just to get some HP back, I really should have gone for Pain Split there. Because here comes the knockoff. It does a bunch of damage. And thanks to the Sticky Web, I am faster, so I'm able to get off the Pain Split. But I should have gone for Pain Split in the first place because, actually, no, that might not have been a great idea because my HP was lower at that point, which means I got more HP back. Anyway, I go for the Gunk Shot. I know he's going to knock me out this turn. I'm just going to let it happen. And the only reason I have Gulpin is for knockoff users, so since I'm going to knock out this Scraggy anyway, or it's no longer an issue, I can knock it out. I'm going to send in Munchies, and now's a good time to explain the set. This set is a speed boost set with Protect with 14 speed. Now, that may seem weird, but after one boost, it can get up to 21 speed, which speed ties with the lower tier Scarf users, like Scarf users with 14 speed. And after I can get that boost with Protect if I need to. And it's a mixed attacker with Hydro Pump, Crunch, and Ice Beam because I did some damage calcs, and like Crunch and Dark Pulse would do the same, or Waterfall and Hydro Pump would do the same, and I'd rather have something that I can hit from both sides. So in comes Skrelp. I'm able to come in on a Scald and get my Storm Drain boost, which is amazing. And he brings in Scraggy. It's not going to help since my Gulpin outsped. I know my Lileep's going to outspeed. I go for the Giga Drain, knock him out. In comes Flabébé. This battle is pretty much over. I've got the Storm Drain boost. I'm at 21 special attack. And I've actually whittled down his team enough to where this is pretty much considered a late game sweep. Because in comes the Minccino, it's at full HP, but it doesn't matter. If this Wake Up Slap does nothing because, I guess he's probably Technician based off of having Wake Up Slap over, yeah, he has Wake Up Slap, it's probably Technician. So, I'm good there. Giga Drain, 2-hit KO, solid knockout, and like I said, the game's pretty much over. Lileep cleans up from here because even if he wants to try and do some damage with Duskull, with like Pain Split, I can just recover off the damage and keep Giga Draining. I mean, I've got the special attack drop, which means I can do enough damage with Giga Drain to get enough recovery and stall him out more. He just decides to status me with the burn, but it's not going to make a difference. He can't stall me out. Drober comes in, I'm going to be able to get off another Giga Drain, and that's going to be the end of the battle. So, good game, man. I think you said this was your first battle. I don't quite remember, but either way, you did really good. So, thanks for that battle, man, and let's get to the talk of the day. Today's talk of the day, I want to apologize for my lack of uploads, and I actually had something else I wanted to talk about, but I completely forgot about it for some reason, so I'm just going to go with this. For some reason, I've been having a really hard time finding the motivation to record, and it's bugging me, because there's no reason I shouldn't be recording, but I'm just having trouble finding that motivation, and I don't know why. So, I just want to thank you guys for bearing with me. I'm going to try and get more content out there. I don't know what's going on with me, but it's my problem. I need to fix it, and I need to get more content out to you guys. So, thank you for understanding. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and favorite and all that good stuff. And I will see you next time.